Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, from the very tip top of Titan Towers. It is me, till the end, with my co-host Roach Boy Red, and we are bringing you the inaugural version of Tight Talk on Turnbuckles, where you can get all of your pro wrestling needs and news via us. And the very special occasion, it is Royal Rumble 2022, everybody. Yay, I'm so fucking excited. The forbidden door is open. The possibilities are endless. We already know from the door that a world champion of another company is bringing their belt tonight to the Women's Royal Rumble. She's representing for her company. Could we see more of that? We don't know. We're going to delve into it right now with a quick hit of an episode. Logan, what are your thoughts on the Royal Rumble this year?
Man, this is actually like, since Edge coming back was like the most hype I've been on wrestling in probably a decade. But this match card, it feels like my era of wrestling that I know and love. Like, this is going to be an insane Royal Rumble. I can't wait to see Bobby Lashley. I just want Bobby Lashley to fucking put Brock Lesnar down. I've never been a Brock Lesnar fan. That guy is a real world scumbag. So I can't get down with him. But, and like you were telling me before about the fucking possibility of Trish Stratus and Lita and everything, like, that is crazy. Edge and Beth Phoenix, I did not know they were a tag team until now. That is a wild team up, and after watching fucking footage of them, her arms are bigger than his.
I mean, dude, she's always been.
Yeah, and he's pretty big nowadays, so like that's a fucking giant duo. But overall, I'm so excited. Fucking Roman Reigns is the title card, or the title match on the card, every pay-per-view for like 5 or 6 years, and it always seems like he's talking shit, and it's the same shit that every other heel says in wrestling. But this guy is like the Hulk Hogan, the Stone Cold, the John Cena. He is that person of this generation, and like,
absolutely,
I love to hear him talk like that. Just his tone of voice and everything sounds like The Rock. Like, it's a perfect progression, I think, for like wrestling history as a whole.
Some of the best last 10 years right now.
Yeah, sure. Super excited, and I cannot agree with you more.
Yeah, man. It's going to be a crazy event. As far as, I'm going to give some quick hits on what I think. I think that this Rumble, like I said, could be the most exciting and surprising of all time because of the climate and the condition of the climate right now of pro wrestling worldwide. I just think anything could happen, anybody from anywhere. I think that they're cashing in their coins on this Forbidden Door thing, and I'm honestly expecting people from New Japan just complete shock value for tonight. And it's going to be crazy. I think that Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins are going to have an amazing match. In my opinion, from watching for the last couple of months, it seems that we're heading towards Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns for one of the titles. Originally, they were gearing that towards the SmackDown title. Roman got COVID. They switched Brock to Raw for a little bit. He won the title. I don't know who has the book right now. It's very confusing. But what I will say is I do not believe that Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar needs a strap. I don't personally feel as though it needs a strap. We've seen it for a strap multiple times. I think you could put them on without the strap and it still go. But at the same time, I get that, again, they've had suffering ticket sales and they're aiming for their biggest show of the year. So they might want to just throw all their chips in one barrel with the strap there, just as incentive, throwing the seasoning on the rice, and maybe it'll work out. But yes, it is a match that I'm very anticipated on seeing tonight. I can't wait to see my personal pick, Charlotte Flair, take home the Women's Royal Rumble. I don't know, man. I'm just very excited. Also, Team Miz and Maurice. I'm throwing that out there right now. I love you, Edge. I love Beth Phoenix, but I love a good heel. And I think Miz is the quintessential WWE heel. So I'm going to go with him.
I love what Miz grew into as a character. Like, he almost became like the new age Ric Flair of wrestling. Like Jericho, it kind of felt like he was going there. But Miz, he took it and ran, man. He's done it great, but I don't know, man. I could never get behind anyone over Edge. That's probably my all-time favorite wrestler.
One of my favorites too, bro. I can't lie. He's my favorite out of the TLC era. I think he's the most solid. Him and Matt were the most solid wrestlers, and then Bubba Ray right behind them.
Yes.
But so good. But yeah, man, I don't know, man. Miz has been on a tear, and he needs a good win. So I'm going to go with him and Maurice for that one.
Also, if you want, we can just run down the match card at the end, and we can do our picks for victory.
Even better.
Awesome. But
yep. So
what are your thoughts on the Lashley Lesnar match, though? In terms of like, not the build up to it or like the setup for the future, but like, what do you think is coming out of this match? These guys are titans.
Honestly, fireworks. We're expecting fireworks. It's going to be an asteroid shower, man. Honestly, I've waited since the year 2005 to see this match. And since I very first saw Lashley show up on SmackDown when the fist was still there, I believe he fought Simon Dean in his first match on SmackDown. I can remember back then sitting in front of my mom's TV watching it. And ever since then, I was creating him in the video games and creating Brock doing the matchup and stuff. Even when I remember when Lashley first locked up with Batista, I was like, this is good, but fuck, like this is not Lesnar. And I always wanted that. Also with Lesnar and Batista, and we're never going to get that. But
yeah,
this match is monumental, bro. I honestly, I think it's going to fulfill all needs and it's going to exceed all expectations. I think the big men are going to put on. Lesnar right now is in, to me, his most entertaining run. I won't say his greatest run, but his most entertaining run as a performer. He's showing more personality right now than we've ever seen from him. Honest to God.
I'm getting a lot from the vibes of this, the passion and like the fucking tone behind this storyline. I'm getting a lot of those like Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar beef vibes. Like what, WrestleMania 2019 maybe? But the one where Lesnar 19. Broke his neck on the moonsault.
Yep, WrestleMania 19, 2003.
Yeah, man, like this, it feels like that, and I could not be more excited for this match.
One of the greatest matches in WrestleMania history, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. If you've never seen that match, right now, go subscribe to Peacock via NBC. The WWE Network has been integrated into that. It's a wonderful interface. You can find all of your match needs right there on Peacock. So again, check out the WWE Network via Peacock via NBC.
Back when we were kids, we had to buy all this shit on DVD. I have an entire shelf of wrestling DVDs because I didn't have this access. So soak that shit up. Subscribe to Peacock and get in on that WWE.
I could do you one even better. I can remember for that specific pay-per-view we just talked about, I can remember mowing lawns with my boy Robbie. Shout out Lunchbox. And yeah, we put our money together and we ordered the pay-per-view without my mom's knowledge. And then when she started bitching, I boom, slap that money on the counter. Eat that shit, Mom. But yeah, that's the truth. That's
I had to go to a friend's house for that one. Yeah, we did not have that type of shit in my house when we were growing up.
I respect it. See, fucking Suscom had me hooked up. R.I.P. Suscom Digital Cable. But
facts. That was a throwback. But continuing on.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be a great match. What's our next bullet point? What's the next match?
I guess we can talk Becky Lynch and Doudrop.
Wow. Well, from the door, we're going to, for the fans who are you guys know who Doudrop is. For indie fans who don't watch WWE, it's Piper Niven from NXT UK. A great performer. Gonna be honest here, I would like to see Doudrop walk away with the title, Piper Niven walk away with the title, just because I think Becky Lynch has a higher value above that at this point. She's like a polarizing, almost like Rock Austin type character for the females, and not even just for females in general. She's another one that doesn't necessarily need a strap. I think that the big match at WrestleMania for her could lie with one of the legends, or her versus Rousey, which again does not need a strap. You don't got to do that.
That would just be a good match. Yeah, I agree.
And she owes it to her Like they definitely got to get that fucking rematch in. So I would like to see it. Actually, they've never faced each other one-on-one. Charlotte Flair got injected into the match and whatever. But yeah, I predict Piper Niven walking away with her very first Raw Women's World Championship, and I think it's about time.
And then I guess let's run down the match card. We'll say our picks, and then we'll get to the men's rumble and the women's rumble at the end, and we can just discuss that and give our picks at the end.
Awesome.
All right, so our first matchup on here is Edge and Beth Phoenix versus Miz and Maurice. I'm like I said earlier, I'm going Edge every time, no matter who he's teamed with. I think Edge also thrives as a tag team member. Like that's been his greatest points in his career, and yeah, I'm pretty excited for that, and I hope they take it. Who do you think's winning that one?
Honestly, I'm gonna go Miz and Maurice just because Maurice is this is her first high profile match back, if not her first match back. And I think she'll walk away with it. I think again, this is not a W that nor Edge or Beth Phoenix needs. It's one of Beth's first physical endeavors back as a wrestler, but I don't think they necessarily need the W. I think they both will have high-profile matches at WrestleMania, regardless of this win tonight. So I'm going to go with Miz and Maurice because I feel as though that it could set them up to a higher-profile feud that I don't feel that they could reach without the win tonight at the Rumble. So, yeah, Miz and Maurice.
All right, and I know we both probably want Bobby Lashley to win this, but let's think realistics and stats and shit. Who do we think is actually winning this?
Realistically, I am going to go with, you know what? I'm going to go with Bob Lashley. I'm going to take the chance on him. One of the greatest runs, period, of a championship run to me in the last 5 years. He had an amazing run as champion over the last year, carried Raw during the pandemic era on his back with the Hurt Business. Him and MVP have done great work, and I think tonight is the payoff of a 20-year journey, a culmination, if you will. Yes, Bob Lashley.
I couldn't have said it better myself. I don't even need to comment. You covered that perfectly.
Thank you, brother.
I'm hoping. I'm a fucking big Roman Reigns fan, so I'm hoping he's gonna take this win. His push doesn't seem over. He's been climbing. He's gonna keep climbing. I don't know if you feel the same, but my pick is Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns?
Yeah.
I respect that. I am going to go with Seth Rollins because he's one of my favorite wrestlers and one of the only wrestlers that I give a shit left about in the WWE. So, yeah.
And I think regardless of outcome as well, this match is going to be probably as great, if not better, than the Brock Lesnar Bobby Lashley match. Like these guys know how to fucking work together, like behind the scenes and in the ring, fucking on every level. They've been working together since the beginning of both their careers. So like, wait, what's up?
I said absolutely. Sorry, I was changing my thing a little bit.
Nah, you're good, bro. But yeah, so I think like it's honestly, this is probably the hardest pick for me to pick a winner between, but whoever wins this match is going to be worth being the main event of the pay-per-view.
Absolutely. Absolutely. As we're doing this right now, my man Lashley is entering his way into the arena looking dipped and buttered like $1,000,000. I think it's his night, man. I gotta be honest with you. I think
I'm hoping so, man. But
I think it's
after that match, that brings us to our main event, the two various rumbles. The men's rumble.
Yeah.
Let's start with that one.
Men's rumble. Men's rumble. You know what? I am going to give you two answers to this question. I'm going to give you who I think is going to win. And you know what? I'm not even going to give you who I think is going to win yet. We're going to save that for the end. I am going to give you my predictions. I predict high spots. Like I think they're going to try for like the most, again, memorable.
Oh, you cut out, bro.
Am I back?
Yep.
Okay. I think they're going to go for the most memorable moments. I think we're going to see a lot of returns. We could see some NXT call-ups, and I think we are going to see that forbidden open door go and creak right open, and it's going to be amazing. Impact Wrestling. That's all I'm going to say about that one. Impact Wrestling. Moose, if you show up, you bastard, you Impact World Champion bastard, I'm going to blow my top. So fingers crossed. We already got some other stars that we're going to cover in the next segment as far as the Women's Rumble coming. So, yeah, man.
Well, personally, I don't even like know the dynamic of the entire WWE roster at this point to know a legitimate logistical pick for Win. One of the guys I've always liked his rise in the WWE. I always felt like his introduction was great, and they kept him a consistently good character. Sheamus, bro. Like, I know he's past his prime and stuff. There's no way he's gonna take the Rumble, but I love how the character has progressed. Realistic options. I'll say Big E or AJ. I would love to see AJ Styles go fucking take some WWE spotlight some more. Like,
his contract's coming up too, so maybe they're trying to get him to stay. He could win the Rumble. He hasn't won one yet. He has not main evented a WrestleMania yet.
And like,
I think it could happen.
And that's a guy who's been around so long and is still in the prime of his career. So like, we gotta give him his push before he does start to decline.
Absolutely, man. And I don't know if he's going to decline because I think he has one more run left in him with his buddies, though, over there in AEW with the Bullet Club. And just everything's coming across seas now. The Bullet Club, OG Bullet Club, is now in Impact Wrestling. And you got fucking the Good Brothers and all of them linking up with Kenny Omega and just the wonderful things that's going on in All Elite Wrestling. I think we're going to see AJ, even if he does win the Rumble tonight. I believe by the end of this year, we will see AJ in an All Elite ring going against an Okada or Kenny Omega. John Moxley, there's just too many names over there. Adam Cole, the list goes on and on and on. And I just feel like we're going to see him. I think we're going to see him in an Impact Wrestling ring before the end of his career as well, just because of his roots there. And I feel in many interviews, AJ has talked about always wanting to pay tribute to TNA before he leaves. And that's what's left of TNA. So I just personally see it happening. But
I would love that.
It could be anybody's Rumble.
Yeah, man. So that brings us to, I guess, our last segment and our last point, the Women's Rumble. You enlightened me all about this before the show, and the possibilities are endless. I think you will cover this best. I'll just throw my hat in the ring for Trish Stratus, man. She is my all-time favorite female wrestler, one of my top 5 favorite pro wrestlers of all time. Like,
yeah,
I would love to see that, but at the same time, is that just a cash grab nostalgia push? So is it a realistic option? And like, I don't think that's a realistic option in this state of wrestling. It's too genuine. They would not rob someone who actually deserves it just to give that spotlight to Trish Stratus, or at least I would like to believe they want it.
It's very possible. It's very WWE. I think that we have a little bit of time until we see exactly what's going to crack off with them. But what I will say is that a lot of nostalgia is driving WWE nowadays. And if anything, I feel like that's what's going to push them to do good things and stuff like that. So I think we could see a Trish Stratus or a Lita or one. They're at least making it to the Final Four. They're going to make you think that they could win for sure. So like, there's just so many like big names coming from the past, present, and I guess the future of the WWE. If you look at the outsourcing that they're doing between Impact and All Elite and the NWA and MLW, they've been meeting with a lot of different places over the past year. So to me, like, I think that a lot of people are looking small when they're looking just at Impact. They're like the obvious things like Mickie James, the Impact Women's World Champion, who will be appearing in the Royal Rumble tonight, representing her company, a first time ever in the history of pro wrestling for the WWE. So, you know, it's big, and it's really hard to lock down one specific prediction because especially in this case, the sky is the limit. Like anything could happen now, anything. And like you said, thank you, Kevin Feige, for that, because I don't think it would be happening if you weren't making so much fucking money doing it. So yeah, man.
That's a fact. Yeah, I'm super excited. I can't wait to start the pay-per-view after I get off of here with you. I can't wait to link back up with you afterwards. We'll be back. We'll probably post a video, or we'll probably post the next episode tomorrow morning with our response to it and everything. And yeah, can't wait to do that then.
Awesome. And I can't wait to see if my predictions were true, if your predictions were true, if we were satisfied, if we fucking hated it. You guys will know everything if you come check us out right here on Tight Talk on Turnbuckles, exclusively a part of the Pages, Pictures, and Panels podcasting network. I'm your host, till the end, with my co-host, Roche Boy Red. He's this way. And we will catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.
See you guys.